5 terrifying real-life horror stories that will haunt your dreams. Story 1. The Poisoned Present. First up, we have Sarah's story, a twisted tale of a gift basket gone wrong. At just 11 years old, Sarah received a mysterious present on her doorstep. Inside was her favorite strawberry milk, but little did she know, it came with a sinister surprise. As Sarah took a sip, she immediately sensed something was off. She spat out the pink liquid, only to find strange metallic beads floating in it. It turns out, the gift was likely sent by Sarah's vengeful great-aunt, who had a history of stealing from the family. Talk about a relative you wouldn't want to invite to Thanksgiving dinner. Sarah's quick thinking saved her from a potentially deadly sip, but the memory of that tainted treat still lingers. Story 2. The Relentless Stalker. Next, we have Jack's chilling encounter with a relentless stalker named Dave. It all started in high school when Dave developed an unhealthy obsession with Jack. He'd leave unsettling notes in Jack's locker and snap candid photos of him when he least expected it. Even after dropping out of school, Dave couldn't seem to shake his fixation. Jack would wake up to find Dave pounding on his windows at night, leaving behind disturbing gifts as a token of his unwanted affection. Years have passed, but Jack still can't help but glance over his shoulder, praying he never crosses paths with his unhinged admirer again. It just goes to show, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones hiding in plain sight. Story 3. The Lurking Van. In our third story, an anonymous reader shares a bone-chilling tale from their childhood. While exploring the woods behind their house, they stumbled upon a gruesome scene that would forever haunt their nightmares. There, in the clearing, were 2 deer with their stomachs brutally ripped open. One of the poor creatures was even nailed to a tree, like a twisted hunting trophy. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, a suspicious white van was idling nearby, its driver watching from the shadows. For weeks after the incident, the same van would cruise past their house, the driver's intense stare boring into their windows. Needless to say, this person learned the hard way that the woods are not always a place of peace and tranquility. Sometimes they harbor secrets best left undiscovered. Story 4. The Birthday Haunting. Birthday surprises are usually a cause for celebration, but not for Maria. On the morning of her special day, she woke up to find eerie shadow people wandering through her house. These dark figures had been appearing for weeks, visible only to Maria's eyes. Her sister feared that the veil between the living and the dead was wearing thin, allowing these ghostly entities to cross over. Shockingly, Maria's mother revealed that she too had encountered these shadow people years ago, back when she was pregnant with Maria. It seems these spirits had unfinished business with the family, and they chose Maria's birthday to make their presence known. Talk about an uninvited party guest. Maria's story serves as a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying things are those we can't explain. Story 5. The Midnight Visitor. Our final story comes from a 14-year-old girl who had a face-to-face encounter with the paranormal. Late one night, she woke up to a persistent knocking at her door. When she answered, she was greeted by 2 ghostly figures of bride and groom standing in her doorway. With haunting voices, they uttered the words, "David needs you," pointing towards her friend's house. Confused and frightened, the girl tried to brush off the eerie encounter. But the next morning, she learned the heart-wrenching truth. Her friend David had taken his own life that very night. The spectral couple's message had come too late, leaving the girl with a heavy heart and a chilling realization that sometimes the dead have a way of reaching out to the living. And there you have it, 5 real-life horror stories that prove the truth can be stranger and more terrifying than fiction. From vengeful relatives to ghostly visitors, these tales remind us that the world is full of mysteries that may never be fully explained. If you've got a real-life horror story of your own, don't be shy, share it with us in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-tingling content.